What is up, guys? Welcome back to Take It to the House. Zach is back this week.
Hey.
So we got the whole gang back together. Interesting week of sports that we have. So topics we're going over today. Shohei Ohtani is a Los Angeles Dodger. Sadly, for some, broke the baseball world with that one. So we'll dive into that. The Cowboys, are they the best team in the NFL? The best team in the NFC? What do we think? Also, Mahomes, he's a crybaby. We'll talk about that just a little bit. But
I love it every single minute.
Yeah, and then Heisman winner was announced this last week, so we'll go into that just a little bit. And then we'll wrap up with UEFA Champions League group stage is now done. So we know who is in pot one and who's in pot two and who's heading to Europa League. So with all that being said, how are you guys doing?
I'm so glad I'm done with finals because I had my last one last night. Feel a little nervous about it because it's econ just sucks balls. But I have one more to do technically, but it's not due till the 20th. But I'm going to do it after this because we have a fresh clip. I'm going to submit our clips from this episode to Bill Riley, who we hopefully have on the podcast at some point during the spring, just because it's kind of crazy with football and basketball right now. But I'm good. Great.
Say everything that's super out of pocket to show Bill Riley.
Yep, literally. But yeah, been a crazy weekend, and I'm gonna be working full time now for the next few weeks, and yeah.
You guys are on break now, right?
What was that?
You guys are on break?
Yeah.
I mean, I still have a paper that I'm going to work on after this class. After this due, I have a paper, and then I have another paper due Monday, and then I'm done.
Okay.
But I'd rather have to write papers from home than have to go take finals.
Right.
So,
welcome to podcast. Welcome to podcasting 101, guys. College class.
This is our class. Welcome. Elijah, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. Can't complain about the Browns. Can complain about the Cavaliers still.
I mean, that's what I love about all of us, though, is that we all have like some teams that actually perform well, but then some like our other like teams that we love are just not good.
Right.
I love it.
And then the Guardians have signed two players. We've signed Austin Hedges, the worst hitting catcher in the league, for $4 million. And we signed Blake Lively, starting pitcher from the Reds, for like $720,000.
Isn't Blake Lively a country artist?
Is it Blake Lively or Blake Lively? It's one of the two.
I think it's got to be Lively because I feel like Blake Lively's a
Lively.
Yeah, Blake Lively's an actress.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
She was in like Gossip Girl and The Shallows and.
It's not okay. It's Ben Lively.
Oh, duh! Blake Lively's freaking Ryan Reynolds' wife.
Yeah. Listen, honestly, I'd rather sign Ryan Reynolds' wife than Ben Lively.
Fair. Get Ryan Reynolds in that stadium.
Yeah. So
Elijah, I think you've been watching too much Gossip Girls, dude.
I don't even know what that is. I'm going to be honest with you, but I will say I think we will have Taylor Swift in Cleveland next year because Travis Kelce will throw out a first pitch again, so that'll be a dub. Other than that, I'm chilling.
Your stadium attendance is going to be like through the roof for one game. It's gonna be like all like 12-year-old girls who like have no idea what baseball is.
Right.
Trying to find Taylor like in the suites. Good luck with that. Like, if you imagine trying to find like just going to like Dodger Stadium when I went, like if I were to have to try to find somebody in that stadium, I would fail.
Right.
It's hard to find people in baseball stadiums. Goodness.
Yeah.
Even like at the beach stadium, it's just
like
tiny.
It's just like it's like a
yeah. Dodger Stadium is super tall too. Like when I looked up, I was like, "Dang,
it's a big stadium."
I mean, now people are paying like $3 a ticket rather to sit up there than sitting down below. But
now they're going to be paying at least $100 up there. So,
all right. So
speaking of that
transition
plays in right into it.
So Shohei Ohtani, Dodgers, 10 years, $700 million. Now a lot of that is being pushed back as well, because Shohei is trying to make a team friendly contract structure so they can build around him. I don't know how much more you need to build around that team. Probably could help your pitching out a little bit, considering Shohei won't be pitching. But what do you? I know Zach's immediate thoughts were just like F. I hate this, but like as a baseball person, what do you guys think about this?
Yeah, I agree with you. Deferring 680 million to the team is actually pretty smart, just because they've lost some key players like Max Muncy. They lost Kershaw. There's another one I can't think of at the top of my head.
I think Kershaw's coming back though. No,
He's in talks
Yes.
with the Rangers, but we'll see. I think he
I
will
think
come
he'll
back to
come
the
back.
Dodgers, but
I think when those players are going to come, they're wanting to go back now.
yeah. But Muncy, I think Muncy's a big one. Same with Kershaw, just like him being a veteran for the Dodgers. But overall, I think it's a good choice for Shohei. I do think that the Giants did offer the same almost. Like I
Yeah,
think
I
it's like
heard
5
that.
million cheap per, but I think
I
just
don't
the
think it was about the
team.
money at that
I think
point.
it's
Yeah.
about the team. But with Shohei not pitching this year, I think it's okay that the Giants didn't sign him just because he's not going to be pitching this year, and we do need
Right.
pitching. So, but we definitely need some outfield. But we did just sign Jung Ho Lee, our first big signing of the offseason, as we've been so quiet. But overall, Shohei took the money. He's going to be deferring to 20 million for his whole contract. So 680 mil deferred to other players.
Yeah.
What about you, Elijah?
I don't know. If I'm Shohei, personally, I wouldn't leave to go to the other side of LA. You know, I think that was kind of a iffy move. If the Giants offered the same amount, which we assume that they did, I would have gone to the Giants, personally. But obviously, I'm not Shohei Ohtani, and I'm not being offered $700 million. I think what he did was really smart with how he, broke it up, $2 million a year. He's making Ken Griffey Jr. is making more than Shohei Ohtani this year. So, and so was Chris Martin actually, who
I saw that too. Yeah.
Yeah. So, that's kind of crazy. I mean, $2 million a year. I just wish. I mean, any team in the league could have afforded that at that point. $2 million a year and then just defer it and sell the team or something. I don't know, but I think overall, I think what this shows is that we need a salary cap in baseball, because it's getting out of the hand to the point where it's going to be the Yankees and the Dodgers competing for just whoever can spend the most money, or the Mets or whatever. And it leaves teams like, well, I guess like the Mariners and like the Guardians and pretty much every
even
team
the Giants.
in
I
the
mean,
AL
I know they
Central.
offered that money, but
Well, I mean, the Giants are up there, but they're just stingy about their money for some reason. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Because I mean, they could have afforded Aaron Judge last year too.
Right. Well, and like what you were saying is that like they offered the same amount of money, but like if you're a team that's not playing very well,
right,
even if they're going to give you a bunch of money, there are going to be players that would rather go to better teams.
Yeah,
And I'm using that as a bash. Like the Mariners weren't good this year either, so it's not like I'm like, well, he should have come to the Mariners. But like, I just think when you have, like you were saying, Elijah, too, the Yankees, even if they're not good, are always going to be a draw.
Right.
Dodgers, even if they're not good, are always going to be a draw. I actually wish that Shohei would have gone to Chicago. I think that would have been sick.
That would have been sick.
I would have loved Shohei going to the Cubs, but let's be real, guys. We all knew that he wasn't going to Toronto, right? We all knew.
You know what? I thought that was more likely than the Mets or the Yankees or the Cubs.
Yeah,
I think it was more realistic than the Yankees and probably the Mets, just because we haven't heard a lot. I was just keeping out hope for the Cubs just because I think it would have been cool.
I will say though, if I'm a Giants fan and I'm seeing that the team is willing to spend that much money on Shohei, I'm like, use that money like Jung Ho Lee and spread it out and actually make us a competitive team.
I mean, yeah, we got Jung Ho on a 6-year deal, and we can still afford players because we've lost Jock.
Well, obviously you can, because you were willing to throw out $700 million.
Exactly.
So it's like you have the money, spend the money in order to become more. Like you guys spent more on one player than the Guardians have spent on their entire roster for like the past 3 years. So
yeah.
I
never saw how much the contract was. I just saw it was a 6-year deal.
6 years, $160 million.
Okay, actually, it's not that bad.
So.
Also, your team made a move. Congrats. What's that like?
Yeah, literally.
A positive one. He just, my ass was like, oh my gosh, they're opening it up for Shohei. weren't even in the conversation. Well, like the only signing we'll make all year is like Miles Straw. Like I don't know.
Please,
Blake Snell.
Please take Miles Straw.
No, we don't need Blake Snell. We need infielders. We traded.
We need a shortstop, so it's fine.
We already needed a first and a second baseman, arguably. Now we're gonna need a left fielder. Like,
I will say though, having the first overall pick in the draft is a big dub for the Guardians. So
yeah, I mean, whether you want to keep it or trade,
ridiculous.
You can't trade picks in MLB.
No.
Oh, that's stupid.
Hot take of the day: trading picks in the MLB is stupid.
It is.
I actually don't think it is, because then it just like obviously they're just going to trade it for big players, and then you're just going to keep feeding the bigger teams.
I guess then it becomes like the NBA, where basically the draft is relevant. But I don't feel like the draft in the MLB is overly relevant, because all those guys you're not going to see for like 5 years anyway.
Well, unless the top 5 picks you usually see in the MLB within 2 years. But the rest are developing in the minors for like 5 years.
Yeah.
Right.
So we'll see Paul Skeens in probably next year.
Yes. I think so.
Or maybe even sooner, because he's been ripping it up in the minors. So
also, real quick, I think that the Mariners are going to trade for Randy Arozarena.
I think he's going to go to the Dodgers.
Would be a huge dub. If you guys can get Randy Arozarena.
Don't say that he's going to the Dodgers, Elijah. Do not manifest that.
I'm going to tell you who's going to the Dodgers. I think Arozarena is going to go to the Dodgers. I think they're going to get Yamamoto, and I think they're going to trade for Mike Trout. That's what I think is going to happen.
They're not trading. They're not going to trade Trout. They came out saying Trout's staying.
The Angels already said they won't.
Do you know how many franchises say we are not going to trade this guy, and then 2 months later he's wearing different colors?
True.
They were saying that because they were holding out.
But I also think from the Angels standpoint, I know that it's like, wow, you could rebuild your team and like start the rebuild. But think about the lack of attendance too, that you're immediately going to it's immediately going to drop. Like I know that Shohei already, it's going to drop, but then you lose Trout and Shohei. I mean, you'll have like 20 people. It would be like the Oakland A's game.
But I think at this point, if I'm Mike Trout, they're not showing any initiative whatsoever to make the team better.
If I'm Mike Trout, I would have left 5 years ago.
Right, but I think now that there's literally nothing in Anaheim, he has to leave.
Mike Trout to the Giants.
That's fine too.
You guys literally just got Jung Ho Lee.
Play him in left or right field.
Just pay him to DH, honestly.
Yeah.
So
I just think I don't think the Dodgers.
They can afford it.
This could be famous last words, but I don't think the Dodgers are going to make 3 more massive moves, because they are already World Series contenders right now.
Right, but why not solidify it?
I think they get Yamamoto though.
Well, you know what's so crazy?
I think especially because he literally came out and said he wants to play with other Japanese players, and they're like 5.
And he's not going to go to the Mets. So
you could go to the Giants. I'll be fine with that.
Bro, what Japanese player do you have?
Jung Ho Lee.
Jung Ho Lee.
Jung Ho Lee is Korean.
That's still
no.
Oh, whatever.
Whoa. Zach, you're gonna get canceled. That is not the same.
Send that clip to Bill Riley.
Yeah,
I will. But anything else on Shohei, guys?
I actually I forgot what I was gonna say. Like actually, what I thought about it, but
I'm just gonna say that the Cleveland was his second destination.
No, it's either you can afford a new stadium or Shohei. It's one or the other. Since you started building that stadium, your chances decline. We have Taylor. We're gonna have Taylor Swift, Shohei. Taylor Swift will be at a Dodgers game. I guarantee it. But no, I was just gonna say that I think it's the right choice for him. I think he wants to win. I mean, he was with the Angels, so
6 years, bro.
Right. So I think he wants to win. I prefer him going to the Dodgers than the Yankees personally. So
I do too.
So I'm okay with that. I know Zach doesn't because he's gonna have to deal with him. But
after we get Juan Soto out of the division,
right?
By the way, transition to this real quick. Juan Soto is now a Yankee because this trade happened after you guys recorded last week.
And nothing's gonna happen.
Yeah, but Trent Grisham was a part of that package, so now he's on his way to the Yankees as well.
So all right. So football time. Real quick, do you want to do Heisman just super quick?
Yes.
Jaden Daniels No surprise.
Elijah's just laughing his butt off over there.
I mean, that's really all you can say about
Right, Jaden Daniels
won.
Jaden Daniels won.
Do we know
the order of the voting?
I don't know if it really matters.
Penix was second.
Penix was second.
There you go. All right, so NFL. The Cowboys are pretty good, guys. I'm a little nervous.
Yeah.
I don't
we
love
talked about it last week.
I don't love it.
We talked about how the Eagles just kind of lost this to the Niners, and now the Cowboys have just kicked the freaking Eagles' ass. I love them apples.
Like what I told you, though, I think it's more about the Cowboys being that good than the Eagles being that bad. And then the Cowboys are pretty stinking good.
Yeah.
Dak's playing like the season of his life.
Yeah, the Cowboys have won 5 straight. 4 of those teams were okay-ish, but I think the Eagles was the big test. They have the next big test is the Buffalo Bills, though they've been pretty inconsistent. Yeah.
I mean, I know it's in Buffalo, but they're going to smack them.
Yeah.
Unless there's like a big snowstorm there.
Just
like last year.
Pollard than Devin Singletary. Oh, my bad. Not Devin Singletary. James Cook. Still. Same
that man's on the Houston Texans.
Yeah, but point stands, I think.
Point stands.
I think Buffalo got so lucky this weekend. Not because of the call, but just in general. Like, I think Kansas City are just a struggle bus, low-key. So I think Buffalo got lucky because Buffalo.
I love every single second of it.
I don't really care for either side, but it's because I'm an NFC guy. So.
I mean, the Cowboys have been really red hot, but another team's been really red hot, and that's the Broncos. So I'm okay with it. We're 1 game behind the Chiefs for AFC West first place, so I'm not complaining about it. But we do play the Lions this week, so I'm kind of nervous about that.
The crazy thing is you guys aren't even in the wild card right now. Like, if it ended today, you guys wouldn't be in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
That's how wild it is.
I mean, we have more wins than last year and the year before that. So
is it sad to know that the Saints might have a better playoff chance than you?
No.
It's not sad to know that?
Your division sucks.
Yeah, but isn't that sad to know that we have a better chance?
So Derek Carr's going to fucking choke in the playoffs anyway.
Dude, joke's on you. I don't want to make the playoffs. So.
Joke's on you.
No, but just like, what do you get? Elijah and I talked about the Cowboys and Dak last week, but like, give me your thoughts on that, Zach, because they're pretty good right now.
I think that this has been Dak's best season since his rookie year.
Yeah.
Obviously making the playoffs with Zeke, obviously in his rookie year, even though they went out the second round and they were the first seed. But I do think Dak is having a pretty great season because his last few seasons have been a little bit bad with touchdown interception ratio. So I do think this has been one of Dak's best years since his rookie year as well. And the Cowboys are obviously red hot. CD Lamb's been red hot. They got weapons. I mean,
really good too right now.
Mm-hmm.
So
they're the number 2 seed. No, they're number 1. No, I don't know. Niners number 1. So
which deservedly so. I think the Niners are the best team in the NFL.
Hold on, don't get Caleb's little eagle big up now.
Oh, he already is. Did you see his Instagram story?
Oh yeah, I saw it. But
shout out to Caleb, we love you, but homie, you overreacted so hard, and then now it just looks so bad. Because he said that Purdy should be out, and that he's not the guy, and that they should just blow it up and restart everything. And like 3 weeks later, you're the best team in the NFL. So
they did clinch a playoff spot this last week because Green Bay lost on Monday.
The only team to have clinched a playoff spot.
Am I the only one who just feels like the Niners annoy me so bad?
I think any California team annoys me. I'm just gonna be honest. They all seem like
fair. Except for the Chargers because they're irrelevant.
Yeah, Chargers in the Athletics just I don't really care for. But.
Yeah, fair. Zach, what do you think? Do the Niners annoy you?
Sometimes. Just depends how Caleb talks to me about them. I'm like, bro, just let me talk about my team for like 2 minutes.
But most of the times I don't even love talking about my team necessarily. I like talking about just the state of what's going on.
Yeah.
Especially because my team's so bad. So it's not fun to talk about them.
Right.
I don't know. I think that the Cowboys, I would say right now, the Niners are the best team in the league. And then the Cowboys are the second best team in the league. And then I'd say probably the Ravens. after that.
Yeah, the Ravens just took the first seed in the AFC because Miami lost to Tennessee on Monday.
They got lucky though. Because there was a block in the back in that punt return, and they didn't call it.
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about the Ravens one?
Yeah, the Ravens game.
So Rams got a little robbed.
Okay, offsides debacle. So in that Chiefs game, in overtime or not in overtime, towards the end of the game, minute 10 left, something like that. Kadarius Toney lined up offside,
blatantly offsides,
and then it was called back. The touchdown was super cool, but it was called back, and they ended up losing the game. Mahomes cried about it, and then he did later apologize, I think yesterday, about the person that Mahomes, and this is what made me the most angry too when I saw it, is that Mahomes, when he went to go meet Josh Allen at midfield, he complained about the call rather than telling him that he had a good game and congrats and stuff like that. And that's where I have the problem. But I guess he did apologize, and he was like, Josh didn't deserve that because Josh had nothing to do with it and he played his ass off. So the only beef I have with it, guys, is that reports are saying that Toney lined up offsides 8 other times in the game, and it was not called. And then it was called at the very end of the game.
Well,
he did check with the receiver to tell them that he was on the line.
He checked before he was even lined up. Mm-hmm. So I don't even count that as a check because he wasn't even set in stone.
Right.
Yeah. He wasn't set.
I also think it's not on the refs to tell them to back up. It's on the receiver to look at the
If you're staring right at the ball, you should know that if you're above every single offensive lineman besides the center, that you're offside.
And did you not think, wasn't it Von Miller that was right in front of him where he's like they're literally this close to each other? Did you not think that was a little close?
Yeah. Here's the thing. He's proven that he's not a smart football player. He's electric, but he's not smart.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, look at back week 1. He dropped 4 or 5 balls.
Well, and then Andy Reid's he just came to us and he still has a lot of learning to do. I'm like, you've had him for almost a full season.
You had him in the Super Bowl, pal.
Yeah.
He's young. He's still learning. I'm like, dude, it's about time to get learned.
Yeah.
You have Patrick Mahomes.
Who's his teacher right now? Come on. It's geez.
Yeah. Patrick Mahomes had a simple message for Kadarius Toney after the Chiefs practice on Sunday. Or since the game on Sunday, he just said, "Just be you" to Kadarius Toney. I'm like, okay.
You okay? So continue to lose us games.
Continue to line up illegally. How about that?
I will say though.
Passes.
Yeah.
I will say though, Mr. Kermit Mahomes, he seriously, the Chiefs have benefited the most, hands down, from bad calls. Seriously, since the time he's been in the league. And so the one time they actually call it right in favor.
And call it right. Sorry, I thought you meant. Yeah.
And then he starts to complain, and when it's quite obvious,
Well, yeah, that's what. If it would have been a 50-50 thing, then I can understand maybe being upset. But his whole foot is on the line.
Yeah.
It's so bad. But I do think they got robbed last week.
They did. 100% they did. That was a pass interference.
Was such a PI.
100%. That was a pass interference.
Now, the thing is, they still would have had to go down, get a touchdown and a 2-point to even tie the game. Mm-hmm. But, yeah, it's Patrick Mahomes. So
that was a pass interference. So
no. Also, he's really funny when he's angry because his voice is so weird. So I really like hearing him when he's upset just because he sounds so goofy.
Right. Oh, hey, guys, side note. Guess who's up for Pro Bowl voting? Mr. Britton Covey himself.
Let's go.
I think everyone in the league is up for Pro Bowl voting, and it just depends on who. Because I saw
look at that sexy man right there.
It's because it's based off of he's eligible for special teams.
Yep, because he's a returner. So
technically, Pro Bowl isn't
I saw a tweet. It was Terrell Burgess.
Terrell Burgess.
But Burgess
I saw Terrell Burgess
right now. I don't think
he's on
he's on the Commanders. I thought.
Yeah, he's on.
I saw he was retweet for a Pro Bowl vote. It's bro, I haven't.
I think technically everyone's eligible for a Pro Bowl vote. I don't think it, but it's All-Star too.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think Cody should. I heard that not Doug Peterson, excuse me, Sirianni really likes him, really likes Covey. How could you not? He's a good dude, and he's really good at returning.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I do wish they would make some trick plays with him to line up at receiver, just because he doesn't really get any receiver work. But I don't know.
Oh yeah.
We love Britton Covey.
Oh yeah. But yeah, last thing before we move on to football or to soccer, excuse me. If you guys have anything else, chip in. Drake May has officially declared for the draft. He is foregoing his last year's eligibility to go to the draft. JJ McCarthy is most likely to go to the draft. Same with Caleb Williams. Penix will probably be going most likely as well. And Bo Nix is declaring for the draft as well. So, and then some Utah boys, Cole Bishop and Salone Viaki is also going to the combine.
Wow.
So crazy.
You gotta get that name right, broski.
I know, I'm sorry.
Gianni Vaki is going to the draft. Yes, not Sloan Vlaki.
Salone Viaki.
No, there's no L in that first name.
There's no L anywhere.
I know.
There's not an L in his first or last name.
Oh, I knew.
The only L that was taken was when he pronounced the name. Okay. All right. So Champions League is the group stage is done. It ended today. Pretty interesting. I mean, I know Elijah hasn't been paying attention to soccer, but so I'll go over the group winners and second place real quick, and then we can go over like the pots. So Bayern won their group and Copenhagen took second. Bye Manchester United, out of Europe completely. Sucks to be you. Arsenal won their group, PSV in second. Real Madrid won their group, Napoli in second. Sociedad won their group with Inter taking second. Atletico won their group, Lazio taking second. This is the wild group, Group F. Dortmund ended up winning their group with PSG going through only on head-to-head against Milan. And then Man City won their group. Leipzig took second. Barca won their group barely, and Porto took second. So that leaves the pots. I just had it pulled up.
I got it pulled up.
Okay. So
all
go
right.
ahead.
Pot 1 is Bayern. I can never say Bayern's name.
Byron,
thank you. Dortmund, Arsenal, Man City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Sociedad, Atletico Madrid in pot 1. Pot 2 is PSG, Inter, Lazio, Napoli, Porto, Leipzig. I can't never say that one either. Leipzig, thank you. Copenhagen and PSV. And then teams going down to Europa is Galatasaray, Lens, Braga, Benfica. I don't know how to say that one either. Benfica. I figured. Feyenoord, AC Milan, Young Boys, and Shakhtar. I don't know that one either. These teams are hard to pronounce for me.
You said it the second time, Shakhtar.
Yeah, Shakhtar.
Shakhtar Donetsk.
Yeah.
So with that being said,
there's a lot of Italy and Spain teams in here.
Zach, I want you to give me 2 teams that you want your team to face and 2 teams that you don't want them to face.
It's pot 1 versus pot 2, right?
Yeah. So 2 teams out of pot 1, out of pot 2 that you want to play, and 2 teams that you don't want to play, because the draw is coming up. I think it's in a couple days.
Give me PSG, and I want to rematch Napoli as well. I like to see Real Madrid Napoli again. It was really entertaining. But one team I probably don't want to play is probably Inter.
You'd want to play Napoli over Inter?
Yeah, because we beat Napoli
twice.
Yeah, we played them twice.
Napoli and who would be your 2 teams?
PSG.
Okay.
So I think we'll have Vinny back by then. I think by the time we play him, because it's aggregate, right?
Yeah, it's over 2 games.
Yeah, okay, that's what
I would say 2 teams that I would want are probably PSG for like a difficult game, and then give me like for a somewhat easier, give me like a Lazio, because Lazio are still good, but they're not like up there. And then I don't want Inter because I feel like they're too good, like to be second. Somehow they came second, and I don't want Napoli because Napoli's home stadium to go there and play sounds so scary. So I'd rather go play at PSG where their ground is like dead, bro. Like, and they almost didn't get out of their group. So give me PSG.
Fun fact about PSG Stadium: it holds less fans than Sunderland's stadium.
Really?
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
So,
but I don't know. It'll be interesting. Shout out to Man United for always making my day. They are so bad.
Yeah,
they won.
Probably
also,
so like I'm just so over this.
Well, also like they in Premier League, which we're not talking about, but in Premier League, they won Manager of the Month, Player of the Month, and Goal of the Month, and they're still bad.
Harry Maguire.
And they got lost 4-0 to Bournemouth, like at home. I love it. So, yeah. Apart from that, I don't think we really have anything else this week. It's been kind of a chillish week. Apart from Shohei, it's been kind of a more laxed week. So,
yeah.
Hey, we got Man City and Liverpool this weekend, so hopefully Liverpool just smacks the shit out of.
No, I'm cheering for Man City in that game.
Yeah. So, Thatcher wants Liverpool to lose as much as possible.
Oh, that's true because Arsenal's second. Because you guys have a point.
Top.
No, Liverpool's top.
Really? Wait, what? When in the world did we?
Because Arsenal lost on Tuesday?
Nope.
Wait, you guys lost?
Yeah, Villa are really good right now.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But yep, it'll be interesting. But
I'm rooting for Girona to lose.
I cannot believe that you guys are competing with them right now. I cannot believe that.
I know.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because I think the table's Girona, Madrid.
The fact that Madrid aren't first is worrying, by the way.
I know.
It's like Leicester won the league.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But yeah, I think it's Girona, Madrid, Barcelona, Atletico right now. This is the top four. And cool. I think we're playing Sociedad in Supercopa. We just got drawn. So,
anyways, I think that is going to do it for this week. Thank you guys for watching or listening, however you may be paying attention and consuming our stuff. So we will catch you on the next one next week, hopefully with some more exciting news. Yeah, we'll catch you on the next one. See ya.
Enjoy your Saturday games and your Thursday night games.